Good morning, guys. Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? We are another day in the markets. Today it is Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. Damn, time is just flying, isn't it? Summer's almost still summer is here, actually. But, all right, guys, let's get into this thing, man. So yesterday on the market, you saw relatively flat, across the board. Sectors were pretty much split 5-6 green. And utilities, at the top of the list. Energy pulled up the rear, closed down a little over 1.5%. SPY gap down pre-market yesterday, and then kind of tried to do a little red green. It got stuffed out and just tried to trade sideways throughout the rest of the day, finding support in the low 285s. Ended up closing a little bit less than a point down. It was just pretty much a flat day. There was tons of opportunity to the downside, because obviously, the tech sector is, still getting hit, from China talks. So some stocks were just, gap down, selling off, and just giving some really smooth all-day fade opportunities. So definitely took advantage of that. And we're looking to continue this same situation today. Sentiment is still the same. Let's see how the market opens up and reacts. And if the sentiment is continuation, then we anticipate most of our targets to get reached today. And we're gonna go from there. So, like we always do, we're just sitting patient, we sit back, waiting, and if our price sets up, then we take it down. If not, then we just let it do what it do. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of manipulations happening constantly, especially right after the bell. A lot of market makers, step in, getting a lot of emotions there. All the orders getting filled from previous evening and pre-market. So, that's why there's a lot of volatility in the morning. So we like to let those dust settle. And, once we see direction, once we see price, set up to our trade ideas, then we step in and put some risk on. All right, let's get it going. So we're going to start with the QCOM. QCOM, obviously, as you can see, gap down yesterday and, gave some nice stuffs at VWAP. It gives, some nice fades in midday, traded up towards VWAP, and it pretty much hugged VWAP for the rest of the afternoon. That being said, we still like this thing. I mean, it just had some serious issues yesterday. As you can see, across the board, tech sector is getting hit, but QCOM is always kind of leading the way. And we like, the only thing is kind of holding this thing up right now is the 50-day, so on the daily. So we definitely like this thing if this level cannot support it. Definitely a lot of room to the downside, a lot of meat on the bone here. So we're going to wait to see if this thing is going to give us another opportunity to take it down. If so, we will step in and put some risk on. Next up is Lowe's. Obviously, as you know, this hardware store in the States, pretty much Home Depot's competitor. So they had a shit day yesterday, sold off, closed a little over 13 points to the downside, and it was just fading off all day long. Closed to the low of the day, obviously pulled back to VWAP, but definitely not. Our opinion is not done yet. Crossing down through a pretty strong moving average in the 200. Our target is 94, so we like a 4 and with 3 more points to the downside. 4 more points to the downside. ATVI, obviously, as you can see, has been kind of selling off since the end of last year and just cannot catch a break, right? Found a little support on 40s in February, March, and it looks like it's kind of heading right back down to that level. So we're going to keep looking at this thing, mitigating risk anytime it gives us opportunity to step in below VWAP or anticipate that move. So we're going to keep a close eye on this thing, lower highs and lower lows. We like it. ARWR, we like this thing to the upside, actually. Not really trading long as much, but this guy's pretty strong. As you can see, we have a target up 26 level, so we're gonna see if it's running strong. Yeah, again, volume's got to be there. We're gonna have to continue with this strong trend that it's shown us since the 21st, and if it does continue to show it, then we'll step in and we'll enjoy the ride with it. Otherwise, if this thing starts to show any kind of weakness, then we're not going to be any part of that train wreck whatsoever. So we're gonna see. If we like it, we're gonna step in. If not, then we will not. LITE, LITE. LITE's not done yet. We definitely like this thing to the 42 level. obviously you can see it got crushed back in on the 16th. It's been selling off. Had a little bit of love on the 21st, but you can see it just kind of got stuffed out and been fading down. So we anticipate, to the 44, 43, 42 level at conservative best, if not more. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this thing and mitigate risk below VWAP. SWKS, Skyworks, another tech sector that's getting hit and just cannot, get any kind of stability. So we like it to 65 level, and any time that it's going to show some weakness, we'll definitely step in. But nothing in the mornings. Obviously, we're going to see, let market makers do what they do, and after the dust settles, we'll step in, do what we do. Planet Fitness, this ridiculous gym in the States, I have no idea why it's trading in the 70s. So we like it down to the 72 level. It's trading this channel for the past couple of days. So we'll see if it breaks. If it, makes a run for that 77 level and 77 holds, then we'll start to put on a teaser and start to put on some risk and obviously put our stop above that level. So that's what we're looking at right now for Planet, and we definitely like this to the 72 level. Cena, not done yet. This thing has been fading out. As you can see, we like to the 42 level. It had a little bit of run on 21st. Pretty much got stuffed out immediately yesterday morning, and every attempt at VWAP, had a situation on its hands. So had a little bit of action after hours yesterday, but in our opinion, I think it's just market makers, trading out of inventory as principal and try to get some more buyers to dump more shares onto the market as they do. That's a big market maker trick that these guys do, is keep an eye on these things. So last up, DDS. You know how we feel about DDS, shit department store. Our level is 50. We're very diligent on this 50, swinging this thing. So any kind of action to the downside, we keep adding. So we are still adamant with this 50 level until otherwise. Right now it's been trading sideways, obviously, as you can see from 16th, and not showing any kind of strength where it's going to make this run with gap fill. So we, in our opinions, that this thing is just not done at all. So we definitely like it to the 50 level. So it's another 6, almost 7 points to the downside. So we like this thing. It's kind of thinly traded, as you can see. We usually like much more volume on our dailies, but this is a swing for us. So it's okay. We're not taking anything throughout the day. But this is one of those companies that you can kind of set it and forget it, and set your stop and anticipate the ride to that level. All right, guys, that's what we got going on. So we got 9 going into the session on Thursday, and that's it, guys. So if you want to see how we're doing it, how we're trading these stocks, how we're picking these stocks, how we're building our watch list, any questions you have, we invite you to come check out the site at thestreettrading.com, and we will sort you out on the 90-day course and help you answer that question why, get you consistent and profitable. All right, guys, have a great day in the markets. Stay diligent with your stops. Be patient with your setups. All right, guys, have a great day. Talk to you later.